Okay. Hello, I'm Sarah Goldenberg with a 19 News Now breaking update. Let me get this information up for you. Okay. Now, the off-duty officer who is accused of urinating on a young girl and filming it, he has pleaded not guilty to a list of charges. We're going to give you some background on the story. Here is some video of him in court today. 34-year-old Solomon Niwatiwa is an officer with Cleveland Police. He turned himself into Euclid Police in connection to a very disturbing report. These next details are from Euclid Police. They say Niwatiwa was off duty, and on August 16th, he asked a young girl waiting for her bus on Euclid Avenue to get into his car. When she refused, he parked his car nearby, got out, and recorded himself peeing on the 12-year-old. Right now, Niwatiwa is suspended without pay. Now, this morning he was arraigned, and this is the list of charges that he is facing. That is attempted kidnapping with sexual motivation specification, pandering obscenity involving a minor, disseminating matter harmful to juveniles, endangering children, and criminal child enticement, along with public indecency, assault, and attempted interference with custody. Now, again, Niwatiwa has pleaded not guilty. His bond was set at $300,000. He will be back in court on September 3rd. Now, our Erin Logan, she put together a story about this extremely disturbing case when the story first broke. We're going to play that for you now. She's going back over the terrible details that we know. She also has reaction from Cuyahoga County prosecutor and the details as to how Niwatiwa is linked to that crime. Again, this is a story from Erin Logan.
When this mugshot of a Cleveland police officer and details of his arrest were made known to Cuyahoga County prosecutor Michael O'Malley, his reaction?
This is just an aberration, and he's just a bad person who just happens to work as a police officer.
Now 34-year-old Solomon Niwatiwa is locked up. Euclid police say on August 16th, the off-duty officer drove past a 12-year-old girl waiting for her school bus on Euclid Avenue. He rolled down his windows, tried to talk to her, and even asked her if she needed a ride to school. She said no, and he drove away. Now the story gets impossible to comprehend in the prosecutor's words. The officer parked his car, got out, and approached the victim, exposed his genitals, and began urinating on her. And it appeared he was recording this with his cell phone.
What's the mission of my office? To ensure that he never works again as a law enforcement officer, and not just in our community, you know, everywhere. I was just very thankful that that young girl had the sense to, you know, understand that she should not get in that car.
Prosecutor O'Malley also credits Euclid police for their quick investigation. He says earlier that morning, a neighbor noticed the off-duty officer walking around acting suspicious. The neighbor was able to give a description of what they thought was his car, leading police to Niwatiwa. We went to his last known address, but the next-door neighbor says it's his mother's home.
He don't stay over there. He drops his kids off over his mom's house, he leaves. He don't stay around here, so.
Did he ever try to interact with your children?
Not at all. Nah, hell no. Nope, never.
What do you think about the accusations against him?
Like I said, all I know is his mom. His mom's an awesome person.
All right, and that was Erin Logan reporting. You heard it right there from Cuyahoga County prosecutor Michael O'Malley. He called Niwatiwa a bad person who just happens to work as a police officer. He said he hoped that he never works again as a police officer as the case comes to a close and he sees his time in court. So let's play this video for you one more time. When the first came out again, Niwatiwa was arraigned this morning. He has pleaded not guilty. He is suspended without pay from Cleveland Police, and he is being held on $300,000 bond. Now, Harry Boomer is digging deeper into this story for us today. You can see our continuing coverage starting this evening on 19 News at 4. Thank you for joining us. This has been a 19 News Now breaking update. Thanks again.
19 News, first, fair, everywhere.